Πάρα πολύ, κύριε Γαλανέ.
Thank you very much, Mr. Galanos. Very interesting remarks. We are about to finish this panel. I'm afraid that we will not have time for a second round, but since we have the Secretary General with us, maybe it would be good to give him the floor. Maybe there is some news you would like to share with us. All this input has been very interesting to me. Most of the demands that have been put forth here are we are open to, especially CCS. The political leadership has embraced this concept. There are problems linked to it, and one of the problems is that the European Commission that is working with us for energy has special certain things that it is against, let's say. And one of them are the refineries. It does not want to hear about them. And let me give you an example. There was a DESPA project that we wanted to include in the Repower EU. And they asked us, meaning the Commission asked us, because you know about natural gas, when natural gas reaches Revithousa and is gasified, it could contribute to the cost of energy. No, we have to certify that that by no means will there be any transport of energy. So these are some of the problems that we are facing. You know that there is some sort of silo effect in Europe. And mostly in the competent committees, you have young people who are not practitioners and have no experience from the practical side of things. So we were obliged to confirm and to certify that we will not use the injection of CO2 to produce oil, and that we will close oil wells. I think that these things, I do not agree anyway. Now, about wind parks, wind turbines. We don't have a congestion of licenses there. There are other problems linked with wind turbines, mainly the resistance of local communities. The political leadership is going to do whatever is needed irrespective of any political cost to promote wind energy. And we will facilitate the licensing process. For example, in offshore wind, we have decided to modify, to amend the law. The state itself will carry out the explorations needed and studies needed for the deployment of wind parks. This will save 2 or 3 years of waiting for licenses on the part of the investments. This is something that has been decided with the DEP, and it will be financed by the state. Along with the regulatory framework, by 2025, we will have all the studies ready of the seabed and of anything that is needed so as for the offshore wind parks to be deployed. And we are interested in the supply chain as well, because offshore wind parks go hand in hand with this supply chain. We're speaking of huge rotors and huge pillars. You cannot bring all that from China. So the supply chain means infrastructures in ports. It means shipyards. We need the whole universe. EOV has calculated 1.9 million, or billion rather, a contribution of the supply chain in the GDP annually. And 45,000 jobs as well. This actually makes me anxious because I don't know if we have 45,000 people to work in this field. Speaking of natural gas, yes, we do want to reassure you that we are not naive. We are heading towards the green transition, but the natural gas is playing a pivotal role in the balance of the system. So we do see the need for diversification of sources. As long as it is around and being used, it needs to be facilitated. I don't have any news to share with you. What can I say? Well, batteries and RES. This is a priority that will be implemented by partial tenders. Partial tenders so as to leave room for those who are ready and those who are less ready to participate. And this will also serve the industrial PPAs. We will find a way. There is an EU regulation that is being created right now and will be concluded in a few months, and it provides prioritization for industries. Let me reassure you also that we have no intention to change last year's ministerial decision. I will not judge whether this is right or wrong, the decision, but I do not want to create any turbulences on the market beyond the ones that are already there, because there's not only uncertainty about electrical space, there's also uncertainty about the interest rates. This is the environment in which we're moving. It is an environment of uncertainty, but also of hope. We have proved in the last decades that we can do much more and much faster. And we can transform this country into an energy exporter. This will be good for the next generation, to convey to them a country that will be independent, strong, and it will have everything it needs.